So just go ahead and gently put your hands on your thighs and just kind of check in. Notice how you're feeling. Excellent. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do something that actually balances the emotional piece of the earth element. And some of the things that you might experience if your emotions are out of balance, or if the rhythm or the element is out of balance, you might feel like you're being caught in the middle, or a constant need to be included. You might have hypersensitivity to criticism, overwhelming need to stay in touch with others. You might have muddled or confused thought patterns. And again, you might be craving sweets and carbohydrates. If you don't have enough of the earth element or energy, you might have fears of being disconnected or homeless, feelings of abandonment, over obsessing on things and worrying, not giving enough to yourself. You might feel nervous or lonely. All of those things, there's nothing wrong with you per se. And it just may simply be an imbalance in your energy system. So the way to balance the earth element or the earth rhythm is we're going to clap our hands and we're going to rub them together. And we're going to shake it out. And then right here, remember when we tapped on our stomach meridian, stomach 2, we're going to place the palms of both hands and just gently rest it over that area. And we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths in. Second breath. And one more. Then let's gently release and place our hands in our lap for just a minute and kind of check in. So you would hold that point for about 3 minutes. So if we remember to, from one of our last sessions, when we tap right here, which is the stomach meridian, that helps bring away, it's called the grounding thump, and it helps remove fear, worry, and it gives us a little extra grounding. So let's go ahead and give that a thump also. Right in the very center of our eyes, we're going to move directly down to the tips of our cheekbones right here. And take 2 fingers and we're just going to gently tap our cheekbones. And our fingers are directly below our eyes. And if there's anything that we feel or anything that is worrying us as we do this, just kind of close your eyes and let's just key into that worry and just watch it start to move down the body and out the second toe. And nice deep breath in. And let it out. And how is everybody feeling? So let's do one more. I'm kind of, this is not on my active sheet. I'm just kind of feeling that we need to balance a little bit of the water element. The water element is right directly behind our eyes. If we take our right hand and we put it on the back of our head, where it's right in parallel with the front part of our eyes, we're going to take our left hand and we're just going to very gently put it across our forehead. And we're just going to let that seep in for just a minute. This right here is a really good exercise if you've got any kind of fear going on. And sometimes fear is it's very subtle in the way that it kind of hides itself. So fear can actually be a sense of like impending doom, or anxiety, or a different kind of stress where it makes your stomach hurt also. So just kind of balancing and calibrating this by holding, these are neurovascular points. So as we hold these neurovasculars, just kind of lets our water element get in sync and in alignment, actually with the fire element, which is summer. So I don't want to go too much into all the elements because it's like, what is she talking about? So I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. And then let's just go ahead and drop our hands again back into and rest on the top of our thighs. And just close our eyes for a minute and check in. It's like, do you feel a little different than when we started? Is there a shift? So much of the when we talk about the summer solstice and the stomach and also the spleen meridian, the spleen is actually on the left side here. And the cool thing about that is it actually is in charge of how we metabolize our food, but also how we metabolize our thoughts, our emotions, how we see the world. And it also metabolizes the stuff that we take in, like our supplements and stuff like that. It's also it's in charge of our immune system, and it governs autoimmune disorders. So having a really good, strong spleen meridian is really key to optimal health. One of the things we can do is, and it works with the stomach, is to work actually with the third chakra. And one of the reasons why my thing is so low tonight is because I kind of angled my camera so you can see my belly. So I'm going to stand up so you can see my belly. But the madness to this is I want to show you how to do this particular and hold this particular acupressure point. So this acupressure point is called CV12, or it's conception vessel 12. We call it the central meridian in Eden energy medicine. So we're going to hold, and the way to find it is, let me come over here. So this right here is my belly button. So I've got my finger in my belly button. I'm going to take 4 fingers and I'm going to place it right on top of where my belly button is. And I'm going to move up straight up the center of my belly, and I'm going to press in right there. I'm going to actually take my thumb, my middle finger, and my middle finger, and it's called the 3-point notch. And I'm going to put it right there in that point. And then I'm going to dig in and massage it gently. When I did this earlier, what I noticed was that it was sore. And as I do it now, it's still sore. So what that means is it's doing its job. It's kind of collected some stagnant energy. But what this also does, it really balances a part of our body. So working with this point will help us clear stagnant energy, toxins from the body, and it also will move stuck emotions. So just hold that now. Don't massage it, just hold it gently. You're going to use this point if you are fatigued and need more energy. And all you need to do is once a day and no more than 3 minutes at a whack, because it really is a powerful point. And so let's shake that out. We're going to take our left hand and we're just going to hold it over that point. And then our right hand is we're going to cover over that. And we're just going to take a breath or two. And one more deep breath. So I can hope you can see my belly move in and out. That's the ideal, is when you're holding, you want to see my belly move in, or not mine, but you want your belly to move in and out. That would be a great indication that my earth is not in balance if I'm interested in your belly and not mine. A little summer solstice humor. And then the next acupressure point that I really want to show you, it's called the energy point or the 3 mile point. And this strengthens the body, it harmonizes your stomach, and it promotes grounding. So with this one, I'm going to show my leg here. Let me move my chair out just a little bit, just so you can see. Here is my leg. Here is the patella or the kneecap. And I'm going to put 4 fingers directly below my kneecap here. So what I'm going to do with that is on the very bottom. This right here is my shin. Don't let me go move it down just a little bit more. Is that better, you guys? So here is the kneecap, 4 fingers. This right here is my shin. And I'm going to move over the bone on the outside to where I feel the first portion of the soft spot right below that 4th finger. That's stomach 36. Once I have the point, I'm just going to switch it out and I'm going to use my middle finger. You can also find it by flexing your foot. You can flex your foot back and forth like this, and you'll actually feel the muscle move. When you feel the muscle move, you know you've got the right muscle. The reason why this is so important is because not only does it harmonize the entire body, but also it works with the stomach meridian, and it definitely gives you more of that grounding. And also, if you have any kind of stomach issues, like digestive issues or anything like that, holding, this is stomach 36, holding this acupressure point is really good for you. And it also restores and balances your life force. So if you're going through something where you're having like trouble, like mustering up the energy to do anything, start working with this particular acupressure point just to start bringing in more of that vital energy throughout your entire body. So ideally, you're going to hold this for at least 3 minutes on this side, and then doing the same thing on the other side. So once again, here is my kneecap. I'm going to take 4 fingers. Here's my shin. And I'm going to move to the outside. And this right here is the first, let me relax my leg here. This is my first, as you roll over the bone, you're going to find the soft spot right as soon as you get into that soft spot. That's stomach 36. And it's, this one is, this is actually, this one feels pretty good. The other one was a little cranky. So you could actually sit and hold both points at the same time. If you're wearing shorts and stuff like that, you can either mark it with like, a pen or something, and just hold these points for 3 minutes while you're watching TV or something along those lines. But it's really beneficial to work with this particular acupressure point, especially as we go into and start to go through the summer solstice. So that's stomach 36. And we're doing really good on time. And then also reflection and the goal setting that we can do for just taking a look at moving from spring into summer. This whole transition period is such a great time to take a look and check in with yourself to see how you've done since the very beginning of March, when actually the spring equinox kind of kicked in. It's like we had our goals. It's like, I want to put this into implementation, into fruition. So it's like, how is that going? And also the theme of the solstice is about relationships. So just taking a look at some of the goals that you may have had. It's like, how are you doing as far as building your network of friends and also your colleagues? Is there areas that you want to change or try to do something differently? This is a time to really start to plan it out and come up with some really good concrete ideas. Do you have like a lifestyle plan that you want to implement. For example, now is the time to eat all these incredible whole foods and vegetables and everything that's coming out of the the gardens and stuff like that. It's like, do you want to explore what it's like to have a whole food plant-based diet? Everybody's talking about it right now. So live and learn. So if those are some of the things that are on your agenda, then yes, now is the time. And also something else that we can do is just checking in with gratitude. I happen to know, just as an energy medicine practitioner, the more I am grateful for every day, it just raises my energy so much more. So even if I do get allergies and I'm in a completely new environment, so the pollens I've got, my body like, whoa, what is that? I'm not necessarily a fan of honey, but I am a fan of acclimating to my environment. So I am eating raw honey in the in this area so that my body can really start to acclimate to the different pollens and stuff like that. Because I moved from the high desert now into this beautiful lake region. So I'm blessed all the way around. But just taking a look at those things, and also the summer solstice, this transition time is like, how do you nurture yourself? So often we're caught up in taking care of everybody else that by the end of the day, there's no time left for me. So carving out those little bits of time, I've started to get up early so I can read. As weird as that sounds, I've got all of these really cool books that I want to read, and there's no time during the course of the day. But if I get up early, and even if I read for 30 minutes, that's 30 minutes more than I would have done. So it's like that too is a part of self-development and also self-nourishing, because some of the things that I'm reading about, I know the authors. So when I talk to them, it's like, oh, I just finished reading this chapter, blah, blah, blah. So, and that too is a part of this transition time of making connections with others and really beginning to develop our heart energy. So gosh, the time goes by really fast, you guys. We've got 3 minutes. So with those 3 minutes, I would love to hear any feedback that you may have had. Just feel free to jump on in.